Go ahead.
Next is from Patrick Parkins. There's another one here. Patrick, for future reference, won one mail a week. Subject is Judy Bagwell and Kenny Chaos. I have a question about Judy Bagwell. Rick Steiner was feuded with Buff Bagwell and Scott Steiner in 1998, but then Rick Steiner won the tag belts on his own off of them both at Halloween Havoc that year. He then got to choose who was going to be his co-champion, and he picked Kenny Chaos. Seemed like he was going to get a push at the time, but then Rick took the belt off of him and for some reason put it on Judy Bagwell. Judy wore the belt on Nitro, and it looked like they were going to defend the belts at the next pay-per-view against Scott and Buff, but then the story was just dropped. Any memories of Judy backstage? Were people annoyed she was given a belt, and did they just decide to drop the feud because they realized the match would be dumb? Also, what was Kenny Chaos like backstage? Feel like he was badly treated during his time. Keep up the good work, Patty from Manchester. Kenny Chaos was is kind of a spaz, but he was cool though. I liked him.
Yeah.
But
there was high voltage.
I don't know what happened to the Buff and Judy thing, but let me tell you something. If you go back and watch, the reason they used Judy Bagwell is because she cut some pretty good promos.
She got over too.
She got over. People can say that there was nothing but she went out there. She was cussing.
Right.
And you son of a. She cut a good promo, and she in real life was mean. She would walk when she'd see me. She liked me, right? Whenever she would see me, she would run up and punch me hard in the arm. I mean, oh, she was like that. She was
She was kind of a character. You know what I'm saying? In real life.
She was absolutely one of the boys.
Right.
She'd cuss, this shit.
Yeah.
It's totally one of the boys,
Yeah, Buff would rib her. I mean, it was
right.
Really
It was hysterical,
Well, the thing was at that time, Buff was involved in the Steiner brothers feuding with each other, and if listeners remember and you guys remember, it took those guys a long time to get that in the ring because Scott was having back problems and other shit like that. So They kept throwing things like that in to soup it up. The one pay-per-view, Buff faked re-injuring his neck, and they took him out in the ambulance. I think we watched it, actually. And just shit like that. So I think adding Judy was just a way to keep it going, But I know a lot of people hate it.